Hey everybody, Keith Hilson with the Trombone Shop at Schmidt Music here with another instrument video for you. So, one of the things in the trombone world that gets a lot of discussion is vintage versus new. There's always going to be people on both sides of the argument with very valid things to say about, well, vintage instruments are have these advantages, or new instruments have these advantages, and we understand that there are a lot of differences. Over time we've seen differences in metallurgy, differences in alloys. A lot of times the processes haven't changed, but the tooling has changed. They're using different manuals, different equipment to get the same job done. The skill of the craftsman can be argued as well as being different depending on who you're talking to. So we understand there's a lot of these differences, and that maybe we're talking a little bit apples to oranges here, not a direct comparison. But I thought since we happen to have two new horns, a brand new one and a vintage one that we could compare side by side, we can at least hear a little bit, well, at least in terms of just response sound between these two instruments, what do we notice? So I have here a brand new King 3BS sterling silver bell and a 1957 King 3B silver sonic. So really, besides the name, these are the same instruments. The bracing, the slide sets, really everything is the same with these, just new versus vintage. So I'm going to play the two of these side by side for you so that you can hear these in action and really decide for yourself, what do you hear? Do you prefer the vintage? Do you prefer the new? So I'll be curious to hear if any of you heard any differences, noticed any differences in the response just on your end. I can tell you from the player standpoint, I definitely felt the difference, heard a difference. I thought for me the new 3BS was just a touch warmer. I thought the sound was a little bit broader. I thought the 57 Silver Sonic definitely was a little bit brighter. I think a little bit more open sound, a little bit more projection. They definitely slotted a little bit differently. In general, I felt just a touch more comfortable with the new King 3B, honestly. There were a few points, especially in the upper register, where I did really like how the Silver Sonic slotted, but at the same time, it felt like I had to be a little more precise with it, exactly kind of figuring out where I needed all of those ranges sitting up in the upper stratosphere to kind of sit in place. So, again, hopefully just a little comparison there so you can kind of hear this in action. I would, again, love to hear your comments on this, what you heard or what your experience has been comparing vintage versus new. So please feel free to leave your comments below. If you like this video, think about giving it a thumbs up. If you haven't already done so, think about subscribing to our channel. And as always, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter as well. So thank you very much for watching.